Welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast. I'm Shannon,
I'm Jaja.
and it's just us today. James has abandoned us. So, just as you guys gave me a shame call out last week for not being here, James is getting one this week for not being here after he said he was going to be here. Shame on you,
Yes,
James.
yes. Busy man, busy man.
I know. He's busier than me, so don't even talk about me when I go on vacation. He's out of town way more than I am. Excuse me for my if my audio sounds more off than usual. It is another episode of Shannon is at work today and recording and has snuck away to record the podcast. So that is why I do not have any of my recording equipment.
Yes,
but
please, Shannon's co-workers who listen to the podcast, do not tell on her.
my boss knows I told him I was stepping away for an hour to record. So
That's cool. Good.
but
All
Jaja,
right. I've been good. I've been nerding out to Starfield these last 2 weeks or ever since this came out. So yeah, that's the top of my nerdy things. Starfield. And then I started an anime. It was recommended to me. It's called To Your Eternity. Have you ever seen it?
No. Mm-mm.
It's interesting. So if you need an anime to watch, it's pretty interesting. Loose premise is like an object was inserted into the world that's similar to ours, and its creator is like some godly figure. You really don't know what he's about, but the whole premise is that this object is whatever it touches, it can transform into, but it has its own like intelligence and brain. It doesn't like take on the memories of the other thing. So when it was introduced into the world, it touched a rock, so it was a rock for a while until like a wounded wolf fell on it. So then it took the form of a wolf and started wandering, and then it meets a boy. And it's like, if it's a really heavy anime because there's a lot of sad moments and then there's a lot of like good moments. So if you're if you get triggered by like death and depression and like even like kids dying, I wouldn't suggest watching it. But
Kids
it's a
dying.
very interesting story because he every person he or thing that he like interacts with and learns from, he takes the form of, and it just adds to the character of this object, and he's getting more human like. And where I'm at, he's even like learning how to speak, and it's really interesting. So I haven't got to the end of it, and I will keep you posted on that.
What's it called again?
To Your Eternity.
Okay. Maybe I'll add that to my list. Sounds
Yeah, there's 2 seasons out right now. I'm not sure when it came out, but it's interesting. It looks like it's pretty recent.
okay. I can give that a watch. What about Starfield? How are you enjoying Starfield?
Starfield is amazing. You want me to get into it right now?
Yeah, get into it. Get into it right now.
So Jaja Starfield review part two.
Hmm.
Um, this game is absolutely amazing. It's fantastic. There's a lot of things like I'm just getting lost in the amount of different things you can do just off rip. Whether you want to start building a base, whether you just want to explore planets and survey planets and discover what life is there and find the little hidden caves and objects there, to whether you want to go on the mission and just be a badass like I'm right now. I would characterize my character as like a space pirate
Hmm.
because I've been just going to different planets. I'm trying to find a planet to build an outpost on, and in exploring these planets, I ran into a couple ships that were lying there, and the people like just left the ship. So I would run in the ship and just take out the few people that are in the ship and just hijack the ship. So now I got like 4 or 5 spaceships, and like 3 of them are like pirate ships that are like,
Nice.
yeah, badass. So, but the whole I want to address a couple things about Starfield because the whole thing about people were in an uproar about saying that you land on the planet and there's only a limited area you can explore, right? So I didn't try to get to the boundary, but I did find I so at first I thought like you can only land on certain spots on these planets, like wherever they have the little marker saying that something's there, you can land there. But you can actually just move the cursor around the planet and just land on any spot on this planet that has land. That's land. So you can't land in the water, but if it's land there, you could just land anywhere.
Okay.
So that was a good discovery. So, and it seems like when you land, it's not like randomly generating the planet as you go. Like it's the planet is the planet, and it's just loading the piece of the planet that you land on. And I haven't watched really any reviews on Starfield, but I did see something that said that it loads um like a 4,000 kilometer radius around you.
Mm-hmm.
So it would take a while for you to, because there's no vehicles in the game to like drives and stuff, which is, I think that's a miss right there. They should have put some vehicles in there. All this, we're in space, a whole bunch of technologies, and no one has a car or something to traverse the planets. It's a little bit weird, but it would take you a while to run to the border. And then when you get to the border, I think it just says, hey, you got to load the next part of the map. So it's not as bad as I thought. Yeah, it's not a seamless thing, but it's actually more explorative than I thought. It's not as limited as I thought. And then most of my complaints other than that are just like quality of life issues. Like there's not really a good mini map for you to like when you go into a city, there's nothing telling you like where the stores are. So you gotta like kind of really run around the city and memorize everything. So hopefully they update that. And and when you're traveling, like there's a lot of places where you find items everywhere, but if they're like have this red marker, that means they're stolen goods. And if you take it and then try to go back to the city, they scan your shit for stolen goods and they take it from you and you get fined. So it's kind of like ruins the looting experience because it's like a lot of the stuff I want to loot, I don't take because I just don't want to go through the hassle of not having it later. Like it's kind of like I don't know. They got to balance that out a little bit. But for right now, that's where I'm at in Starfield, having a lot of fun with that game.
I want to play it, but how is the story though? How is it besides like all the exploring stuff? How is the actual
The
story?
story, so it's Elder Scrolls in space. There's a lot of talking to NPCs, getting quests, and then you can go do those quests in any order. Side quests, you can get a job, or you can join different factions. Um, the main story, I haven't got too deep in it, and you're pretty much like collecting for right now. I'm collecting artifacts that are like I don't know how to describe it. It's just hard to describe, but you have to go on these missions to collect these artifacts that are like when they get together, they start forming. Right now, they're forming like a sphere, like they synergize and they
Mhm.
like rotate around each other and they're connected in some way. And my guy, I think your character has a vision the first time he touches one of them, and I don't think this happens to everybody. So um yeah, the faction that you join, they want to collect this artifact. I don't really know what happens after that. I'm pretty sure I'm very early in the story because I've just been like
You
doing a
start
lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna jump into the story and try and get through it. So
Okay. Cool. How many hours would you say that you've put in already?
gameplay time,
Yeah.
um, maybe a good 20.
Okay.
Like trying
Okay.
to 24. I probably got 24 hours in the game.
Okay.
In if I look on the game, it probably says 24 hours, but some of that is just like idle time.
Hmm.
So take it for what it is. But I really haven't been playing like a lot. I work and the weekends is the most time I have to play, and now my weekends are cut in half because football's back, so my Sundays are taken,
Does that
and
mean we have
it's
to go back
not
to recording
stuff.
at 10 o'clock in the
Huh?
morning? Does that mean we have to go back to recording at 10 a.m. because football's back?
It's a conversation we could have, but it's cool. But yeah, that's what it is. I haven't got a lot of time to jump into it as much as I would like to, but it's a massive game.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds I've heard a lot of people talking about it. I don't know if I can get into something. I can't get into another video game right now. I have to finish the video games that I started. Especially Final Fantasy, which we'll get into later. Hold on, give me 1 second real quick, Jaja.
Hmm.
Sorry. I'm still like working, so like somebody needed something. I was like, nope, not right now.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
um, okay, so what else have you been up to?
Besides that anime, just that for nerdy things for right now.
Okay.
What's up with you?
So what's up with me? I finished Oshinoko, which I heard you guys talking crap about me, but I finished it.
Nice.
I did.
You heard us shit. Ah,
I finished it. So
nice. What do you
it
think?
was it was good. It was good. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm very surprised that you guys both like this like this anime. I found myself maybe because oh well, first of all, let me back yes, so I did that. Yeah, I found myself dozing off a little bit. Not dozing off, but like I found myself zoning out on certain parts of it. Like there were parts that were really good, but then there were some parts that were kind of I don't want to say that I didn't care about too much.
So
But
let me ask you a question.
mhm.
What did you like the first episode, that long, the movie?
The first episode was interesting because I'm like, okay, like what's going on? It didn't get like really yes. It got crazy when I mean I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it, but
At the end, that's when it got
yeah,
crazy. I'm like, yeah,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
That's,
yeah,
that's what it's like. All right, that's what all of that was for.
right.
But the part that really grabbed me, once the story started, it was like the part that really grabbed me. I'm sorry, spoiler alert, but when he met the girl and she started imitating what's her
Yeah,
name?
yeah,
What's the main pop star's
yeah.
name?
I.
I when she started imitating I was like, holy crap.
Yeah,
That caught me totally off guard.
yeah.
So it's a lot of dialogue and it's probably not for everybody, but
It's
I
I'm
enjoyed it.
surprised that you like it. I'm surprised that you and
I
James like that
I thought
show.
it was very interesting. I
I
thought,
mean,
and
yeah,
then the entertainment industry, and they had like every part of like social
yeah.
media,
Yeah,
like
well, I was
acting.
gonna say like that's the parts that I enjoyed the most. Like I enjoyed the beginning, like the little twist in the beginning, and then like it kind of hit a lull for me a little bit when they were just like going through their normal lives or whatever. But then yes, when he met the girl and the whole thing about like how toxic social media is and stuff like that, and that whole part, that was like, oh,
Hmm.
this is cool and compelling. But then it kind of got a little slow again, and then it kind of like picks. So there are periods that it goes through, and I'm surprised that like I
Yeah.
felt that way because I really like those kind of like slice of life type things, but. Uh, I give it a 7. It was good.
By the end of it, every time the song that she does,
Yeah,
her single, I would call it.
yeah.
I was jamming to that. I was
I
getting
know.
that.
No,
It was
the
catchy.
intro is good. The intro is good.
Yeah, yeah. I liked it. It
Um,
was.
no, it's good. It's
I
good.
wouldn't be surprised if it's on the list for anime of the year. Put it like that.
Really, I don't think it's gonna be on the
Yeah.
list for anime of the year. But it's a good anime. But we'll see though. We'll see. But yeah, I did finish it. So that's one anime that I can say I finished. I also was watching this other anime that's still airing. It airs on Netflix week to week, which is annoying. It's called My Happy Marriage, which sounds like a very
Yeah.
slice of lifey, but it's actually very good. It's a very good anime. So I've been watching, and it's actually very popular right now. So I've been watching that, and I'm caught up on it. There are 13 episodes out right now. I'm not sure how many episodes there are gonna be, but it comes on Netflix week to week. I binge watched 12 episodes and now I have to follow it
Hmm.
as it comes out each week.
You
Yeah.
binged watched them, so this is a good
Yeah,
anime.
I
I'm
enjoy
gonna
it.
put it on my list.
You should. Now that I know that you're watching like kind of like these offbeat animes that I never knew you would like, you should definitely watch My Happy Marriage. I think you would like it.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, yeah. You
um
shouldn't be
so
surprised by now, Shannon.
um and I've also been getting into Korean dramas. Do you watch K-drama, Jaja?
I mean, I'm not against watching K dramas. You
Okay.
got a
So
good one? What do you watch?
I do have a good one. I have one that's really good. So I'm watching this one called Snowdrop. It came out a couple years ago, but I didn't know about it till just now. And I only know about it because one of the members from this K-pop group that I love, Blackpink, is acting in it. So that's how I found out about it. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch this now because she's in it. But it's really good. You can watch it on Disney Plus. Um,
Okay.
it's called Snowdrop. It's like set in the 80s, and it's about this girl that she's in college and she falls in love accidentally with a North Korean spy. She doesn't know that he's a North Korean spy at first. So it's a little controversial, but it's actually very, very, very good. It's very good. Like it's part love story, part like actually no, it's like 30. It's like 30% love story, like 40, or am I doing the math wrong? Is that 40 or 30 it's
Get your drift. I get it. I get where
I,
you're going.
and then like 70% like action. It's so good. Every episode I'm on the edge of my seat. So I definitely recommend watching it. It just takes a while. It's a long watch. I enjoy it. So there's 17 episodes out, but every episode is like a movie. Every episode's like an hour and a half long. So
An hour and a half
yeah, like an hour
every
15 to an hour and a
episode.
half every episode, yeah. Which is
Okay.
good because they have time to tell a lot of story. And
And you're on what episode? 13?
I'm on episode 10. There are
And how
17
many
episodes.
episodes? There's 17 hour and a half.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out.
So it's definitely like a one episode a day or maybe one episode every couple of days type things. But like I've been sick this last week, so I went to Disney World last weekend, which is why I wasn't here. But then when I came back from Disney World, I was sick as usual. I'm always sick when I come back from Disney World. So this time when I came back from Disney World, I had strep throat and I had RSV combination.
No.
So fun. Yeah, so I was home all week this week, and all I had to do is watch Snowdrop. So that's all I've been doing all week. So that's why I'm on episode 10. But
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you. It's a really, really, really good watch, Jaja. You should definitely watch it.
I'm okay. So I got some pod homework.
Yes. And the first episode is like a little kind of like the first episode's a little bit all over the place because they're trying to establish like all these like story plots. But at the end of the first episode is where it like really, really picks up, and then like from there it's just like full blown like crazy. You would definitely if you like Oshinoko, it's nothing like that show at all. But it's like if you like that show, you should like this show. It's really, really good.
I'm gonna check it out.
It's really good. You should check it out. That's your homework. Watch
Got it.
2 episodes. Dedicate 3 hours of your week to watching 2 episodes.
And then I gotta try the other anime you recommended too. So
if I had to pick something for you to do this week, though, I would want you to watch Snowdrop. I just need somebody else to watch Snowdrop so I can talk to somebody about Snowdrop, please.
All right, I will make that a priority then. James, you heard that. Snowdrop.
I'm about to text James and tell him to watch it. So he'll be like, watch Snowdrop this week.
He's gonna watch the episode.
But yeah, it's all about political scheming and like all this. It's so good. There's so many things going on in there. So
Got it.
definitely watch it. What else did I do? I think that's it. Yeah, I watched My Happy Marriage. I'm watching Snowdrop. I watched Oshinoko. Yep. Those are my
No games.
No games. I thought about playing games since I was home all week doing nothing, but no. I did not touch any video games. And I was like I have time for games, but I don't really ever have time to just like sit down and enjoy my shows. So that's what I chose to do instead. And I've been reading One Piece still. So
Got it.
have you been reading One Piece, or have you just like put One Piece down?
I have not been reading One Piece, but I've been watching it.
Okay.
Anime. I'm on like episode 30. So
okay. So that's what you're choosing to do now? Trying to go
I don't know. I'm just like I'm all over the place with One Piece, man. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna get through it. Yeah.
Okay. I can't watch One Piece. I don't like the animation. That's what I've decided is the problem for me. I don't think
okay.
They're very
I understand that because I was there, but right now I'm like starting to appreciate like almost everything about One Piece. So
okay.
like I'm finding this like even like the because I'm still watching episodes that I've seen before. So some parts I'm trying to like skip through, but I'm finding myself wanting to watch like even the not action part. So I'll get through it though.
Okay. In the manga, you don't notice like the lanky, interesting art style as much as you watch it. So that's why I prefer to read it.
And not only that, like some of the like dialogue and the sentimental parts, like it's in the anime, it's just done so much better because they got the music that they could put in the background, and it just hits harder.
No, I can't because I can't like if I decide to watch One Piece, then when am I gonna have time to watch anything else?
True. I mean, mix it in. Why we'll figure it out. One Piece is an investment, so It's the long term. It's a long term play. Can't
I guess. Yeah.
binge One Piece.
I just think I'm gonna finish reading. I just think I'm gonna continue reading it. I don't think I'm gonna.
Take it one arc at a time. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, seriously. And I'm not putting, so now that the first season of the live action has come and gone, I'm not putting as much pressure on myself to read that much. I'm gonna just read it here and there, take my time. We won't see a season 2. Well, we'll get into that later. But yeah, so let's get into some nerd news for this week. So oh, oops, the rundown, I was like dictating the last sentence that I was saying. I'm like, what is this that I put in here? Okay. Really quickly. I think I'm gonna skip this first story, Jaja, unless you
We should go straight into State of Play. Did you see it? Did you see what
yes.
happened to State of Play?
Did I watch State of Play? No. But shout outs to the YouTube video that summed everything up that they announced in 4 minutes. So whatever YouTube video that was. So that is what I watched. I never watched the actual live streams anymore, but State of Play did happen on the 14th. And they kept it short and sweet. There were some good announcements that came out of there and some announcements that were blah. But yeah. So
what I do like about State of Play is like they get right to the goods.
yeah,
Like
right.
it's like one presenter, they barely like they come on in between every like 2 or 3 trailers, and it's like here's trailer after trailer. So it was cool. I watched the whole thing, I think, and
Yeah,
it was
it's
pretty
true.
cool. It was like 45 minutes.
Yeah, I could have watched the whole thing. I thought about it yesterday. I was like, well, it's like 9:30 p.m. I could either watch State of Play or I could watch another episode of Snowdrop.
I'm telling you right now, Spider-Man looks amazing, and I'm
It does.
very jealous of you guys. And
It does.
I have to play that game. So
How?
I don't know.
You're gonna buy
I don't know what I'm gonna do, but gotta play this game.
Spider-Man does look amazing. So a question that I had on the table: Spider-Man comes out next month. I can't believe that we're already.
God.
I can't believe September's almost over already. Can you believe that? I feel like it just.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might have to drop Starfield and find a way to get Spider-Man, but hopefully Starfield holds me over. But geez, it looked absolutely fantastic with the customization and the different costumes, and how they're going at it with like a GTA style approach where you can switch between the characters and in real time. And yeah, it's
the map is going to be bigger, which was a main complaint that everyone had because in the first Spider-Man, you could only go around through Manhattan and like only a certain part of Manhattan really. But like now they opened up the boroughs, so now you can go to Queens and you can go to Brooklyn, which is cool. So the map is going to be much bigger, which I hope also means that the gameplay is going to be a lot longer than the first game. The first game story mode was only about 20 hours, so I'm hoping that this game is a little bit longer. Since they've opened
it looks like it's going to be because they both got their own stories that are separate than stuff that ties in. And then did you see the wings? Not only can you web swing, but you can glide now, and it looks really really cool. Like
did see the wings. I'm hoping for at least like come on, give us at least like 35 hours. 35 I'd be okay with. Don't give us another 20 to 25 hour game. I need it to be a little longer. That's my like main thing. But I'm just deciding if I'm gonna replay the first Spider-Man. And if I want to replay Miles Morales, but I don't think I need to. But we'll see. We'll see. I might just jump right into it. But I definitely am gonna buy that game when it comes out. I might pre-order it actually. So we'll see. Jaja, I'll tell you how it is. I'm sorry.
I will get my hands on it somehow. I feel like I'm having deja vu from when DC Universe came out. I bought a PS2 just to play that game.
Can you rent a PlayStation 5 like from a rent-a-center? Do you have rent-a-centers in Florida?
Probably.
You should do
I'm
that.
looking more to like I don't know if it's coming out on PC as well.
Not anytime soon. Definitely not on launch.
That might be the cheat code because I see a lot of PS5 games coming out on PC. So
yeah, but you know how? But Spider-Man, I feel like the original Spider-Man like just came out on PC like not too long ago, and it's been out for like years.
I know, but there's ways around that.
Don't say that on the podcast, Don't say that on the podcast. All right, so yeah, Spider-Man. It looks like it's gonna be a great like second game. So I'm very excited to play that when it comes out. October 20th, which is a little bit over a month away. We're like 6 weeks from now. So get ready for that, everyone. I'll be ready and I'll have a review on that when we record the podcast that week. Another big announcement, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is part 2 of the 3-part Final Fantasy VII remake, has a release date of February 29th, 2024, which is a couple months away from now, a few months away from now. I'm excited for that.
Yes.
I still have not finished the first part, but I'm almost at the end. And now it's been like a year and a half since I've touched that game, so I'm gonna turn it on at some point and see if I've completely forgotten how to play. If I have, that's not gonna be good. That means I have to start over. But we'll see.
That game looks amazing too.
It does. I'm very excited for it, and very, very, very excited for it. But if I have to replay the first one, I might, just to refresh my mind of the story before going into part 2. So that might be what I spend my December and January doing. We'll see.
All right.
In addition to that game being announced, it was also announced that with story and side missions and all this other stuff, there's going to be 100 hours of content in that game, which is exactly what I want in a game. Give me my $70 or $80 worth and give me like endless amount of things to do. So Final Fantasy knows what it's doing. So yeah, there's going to be about 100 hours of gameplay in that game featuring everything, and it's going to be for people that buy it on discs. It's going to be on 2 discs.
Throwing it back with the 2 discs.
Don't buy, just buy digital, everyone. But I wonder how much space it's going to take up on your PlayStation also. So probably tons with 100 hours of gameplay. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And as far as exclusivity, it's going to be exclusive to PlayStation 5 for at least 3 months. So no one should really be surprised by that. Sony and their need to have exclusive games. But don't expect to see it on PC or anything, or Xbox for at least 3 months.
3 months is not that bad.
It's not. Hopefully the game's not spoiled for everyone by then, by the time it comes to everyone else. But yeah, I'm very excited for Final Fantasy. Are you a big Final Fantasy? Did you play part 1, Jaja?
I played a bunch of the Final Fantasies, not all of them, but I'm a huge fan of Final Fantasies.
Well, you didn't play this remake at all.
JRPGs in general, but 7 specifically.
Yeah.
I probably played like the original, not the
remake. The remake.
Came out.
Yeah.
No, I haven't played the remake.
Okay. Yeah. So it's gonna be fun. And this is part 2, and then there's still another part. There's a part 3 that's supposed to be coming out. Who knows when? But I'm glad that Square Enix didn't wait 1,000 years to give us this part 2. So
yeah, they're on time.
They are on time. Not like they were with Kingdom Hearts, but I'll shut up about that. Kingdom Hearts 4, who knows when that's coming out? We'll see. Not that I care.
I'll be here for it. I can't. The tables have turned so much since I remember back in the day when I first came on the podcast. You were the Kingdom Hearts fanatic. You were waiting for that game for years, and it came out and just
expectations shattered because I'm afraid they're going to take too long again. Like they gave us some convoluted trailer for a 4th game.
I watched.
Even needs to be a 4th game, but
I watched a 3-hour YouTube video explaining the story of Kingdom Hearts. And I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
But yeah, the tables have. I don't hate Kingdom Hearts now. I still love Kingdom Hearts. It still will always be my favorite video game franchise. But I don't think that we needed a Kingdom Hearts 4. So the fact that they showed us a trailer for it a year and a half ago, however long that was ago, I just wonder if they're gonna do the same thing where we're waiting 8 additional years for this game to come out. They should learn from their mistakes. Just saying. All right. So what else came out of State of Play that sparked your interest, Jaja?
This Helldivers 2 game looks amazing. It's like a looter shooter. I think it's a 3rd-person shooter.
Yep.
I guess similar to like Outriders or like Destiny type of game, or where you squad up and take on a horde of enemies or a big boss monster. So that looks cool. And then some of the stuff that we've seen already, Avatar, that looks amazing. Tales of Arise looks amazing. Resident Evil 4 remake looks amazing. Some of that stuff is coming out on I think Tales of Arise. I can get that on Xbox. I'm not sure, but one thing I do want to point out is I was watching the State of Play and it started off with baby steps. So,
yeah, I saw that.
That kind of, I was getting ready to like flame this whole State of Play. I was like, yo, what is this?
That game,
What is going on?
yeah, that game looks very odd. Like very, very odd. I was very confused when I saw the trailer for it.
That was
These
funny.
simulator how do you feel about simulators in general? These simulator games are weird. Like it's basically a
Um,
walking simulator, is what basically.
there's definitely a niche for them, you know. I like
Yeah.
simulator games.
Do you
Something
like
like
things like Goat Simulator? Is that your cup of tea? I played that
like
game.
do I spend hours in Goat Simulator? No.
Okay.
What simulators do I play? I like the building simulators like SimCity. I
Yeah.
was a roller coaster tycoon person, so I've
Mm.
tried the new one that they
Okay,
have for the
those make sense.
Xbox.
I'm talking about like the really silly ones, like things like Goat
Uh,
Simulator and all these
I
other
like. I
ones.
don't know if the Man Eater game counts as a simulator where you're a shark and you're like
Yes,
just a
it
shark.
is.
That
It is.
game is awesome. I want the game where you're like a gorilla when you grow up as a gorilla and then you can raise a like I think
What
it's
game is
called
that?
Ancestors or Ancestry or something like that. Where you're in the jungle and you're a gorilla. You start off as a baby and you grow up and I guess you can like have a family and a tribe of gorillas and it looks crazy. I want to
Okay,
play that game.
interesting.
So yeah, yeah,
Are you gonna play Walking Simulator? I mean, Baby Steps.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. It
It's so
looks
weird. Why does a
hilarious.
grown man not know how to walk? I'm
It
confused.
looks so funny,
It
but
does.
I see a crowd of people that would like that game.
Of course, of course.
It's like
I
got a
see
weird quirk to it.
I see a particular group of people that would like this too, but not me. I will not waste not even 1 cent of my money on that. But kudos to you, people that
Yeah,
will
good way
get
to open up, Sony. You had me. I was ready to turn that. I was about to. Oh
that was an
man,
interesting decision. Why do you think? Do you think that they wanted to open up with that to get the weird things out of the way first, or
100%,
I
one
think
thousand percent. No one's turning it off in the first 5 minutes just
that's
because
true.
of first. Yeah, they get the whack stuff out the way and give me
Yeah,
the good stuff at the end. That's what they usually do.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
you kind of mix in the good stuff. But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
get that one out the way early.
Um, is there anything else that I think you said everything, right? You went through everything. Yeah.
Yeah, Foam Stars. I'm hyped for you guys for Foam Stars. That game looks fun.
Mm,
Where you're like
it does. It
the
does. It does look fun. I don't know if I'm
party.
gonna do that, but
What do you feel about the new colors?
they're cool. I don't think that I would update my shell to any of these colors, but they're cool, I guess. It's like a dark red and a dark blue, both colors that I'm not super fond of. Give me like a teal, give me a teal shell, then I'll change it. I'll get the new shells for that. But yeah. They're cool. So for those that are, wanting a different kind of PlayStation color in your house, then you can get that soon. But yeah, so that was this year's state of play. Um, it was cool.
We're
More
gonna
good
have to
stuff.
go over. Nintendo Direct was the same day, and
Oh, was it?
I
Oh,
didn't watch it, so I didn't send anything to you guys.
I didn't
So
even know
we can
Nintendo.
go over that next week. But
I know. I'm so out of loop with Nintendo that I did not
I
even
didn't
know.
see anything new. Like
No,
I know they talked about all the Mario games that are coming out that look absolutely amazing. They
I
probably
heard
talked about the Peach game,
they
Princess
released
Peach.
they're redoing Paper Mario, right? Or like one of the Paper Mario games. I saw that they
Yeah,
announced
but
something like
yeah, but didn't we know that already? That they're
that.
doing Paper Mario? Or maybe that came out then. I don't know. But I'm gonna check it out. I just didn't have time to watch both of them.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. I'm gonna we'll give updates on that just to be fair to everyone since the
mhm.
Nintendo Direct did come out. And I have a Switch, so I shouldn't be this, but now that I have my Steam Deck, it's like kind of to my Switch, but whatever. We'll go over it. We'll go over it.
And a lot of Switch 2 news is leaking and rumors and so it's coming and they're talking about it being as powerful as the PS5 and Xbox
Really.
X. That's yeah.
I'm very
So
interested to see whoa, if that's true.
it's always one generation behind. And I don't know how that's going to play against like the Steam Decks and the ROG Allies and the other ones. There's more of them coming out every
Yeah.
day. So it's interesting that they're like kind of one generation behind, it feels like.
Yeah. Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, maybe we'll see. But like rumors are, I always take these rumors now with a grain of salt. We'll see if it'll be as powerful as these other.
It doesn't have a
I mean, it has
choice.
to be. It has to be.
It,
But that
it
doesn't mean
doesn't
that it
have a
actually
choice.
will. That doesn't mean it actually will be. Look at the PlayStation, whatever, that's coming out like that. What was the point of releasing that?
Right. But look what happened. Now PlayStation doesn't make portable systems anymore.
No. But
Or
I'm talking about the portable system that they're releasing. Like that
well,
was.
it's not a portable system. That's like a controller
I
almost.
know,
That's
but like,
really just a
what
controller
was the
with a
point?
screen.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, what was the point of them doing that in the age of all these powerful handheld devices? Like, this is what you're gonna give us? It was dumb. Anyway, so I'm just saying that like Nintendo could also flop. I don't think that they will, but they could flop like that too. There's a potential for it, but hopefully they're smarter than that. Anything else video game news before we move on to some TV movie news?
That's all I got for right now. Probably
All
be
right.
back with some more Starfield talk next week.
Nice. All right. So moving on to TV movie. James is not here, guys, so the transitions are not on point today. I'm so sorry. So we
Bear
got
with us. Bear with us.
bear with us. Yeah. So we got a trailer for Aquaman 2 in the Lost Kingdom. Did you see the trailer?
Yes, I did, and I'll
Okay.
let you go first before
Well,
I give.
I
Yeah.
still have not seen the first Aquaman. So I'll start by
What?
saying that.
Yo, Adam, are you listening to the pod still, Adam? Do you hear this? You let her borrow the movie. She had it for months and never watched it. And still to this day, this is her favorite DC superhero. Shout out to my boy Adam. To our boy Adam. He used to be on the pod.
um no, I still haven't watched it. And but this trailer for the second one looks good. I guess I should watch the first one at some point. That's my
So
opinion.
yeah. So okay, so I watched the trailer
Mhm.
and yo, let me I just want to give a round of applause to DC real quick because I feel like they've almost mastered the art of the trailer. Their trailers be like they be getting me hyped. This trailer looks absolutely crazy. But this is
Mhm.
how I felt about the Flash. This is how I felt about Blue Beetle. But Blue Beetle it lived up to my expectations. Um, but yeah, this is how I feel about a lot of the trailers for DC. This trailer looks nuts.
Mhm.
Black Manta, man, come on. I'm here for that. I'm here for Black Manta. I'm definitely going to see this movie. I haven't seen Aquaman 1. I'm gonna see it, but by the time this movie
Wait,
comes
you
out,
haven't seen it either?
yeah, no, I've never seen it. No,
Oh, so then what are you over here giving me crap for? You
I
haven't seen
haven't seen 80% of the DC movies. I am horrible at that. Like I didn't see
it?
Justice League or Snyder Cut or anything cut. All right,
So wait,
anything with a DC on it.
you can't give me crap for not having seen the first Aquaman. You haven't seen it either.
I didn't say Aquaman was my favorite DC superhero. That's the difference here. You, you said Kingdom Hearts is your favorite and threw that out the window. Aquaman was your favorite and you can't even
I
watch this
threw Kingdom
movie.
Hearts out the window. I
Shannon,
played the game. I played
there's a
it.
common trend going on here. What's going
No.
on?
I gave it a fair chance. Okay, so we both need to watch the first Aquaman. We both have homework, not for
Yes.
this week. This week you have other homework to watch Snowdrop.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna get to it, but geez, this trailer looks crazy.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah. And I'm
Uh,
not a fan. The part that I'm not looking forward to is the stupid main jock. It seems I don't want to stereotype jocks, but like, like the dumb jock superhero, like he's muscular and just dumb funny.
mhm,
I like funny, but like not like I'm dumb. Like when he knocked over the statue to like that kind it's giving me Thor vibes,
mhm,
Thor Love and Thunder vibes, and I'm not feeling that part. So I
mhm.
hope it's not as crazy as it looks. But
Who knows?
everything else about that movie looks insane.
Yeah. I just want to know what they're doing. Like, what's the point of keeping some superheroes in the DCEU and getting rid of other ones? Like, how is it that Jason Momoa and Gal Gadot are still in the DCEU, but Superman is not in the DCEU anymore? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So, I just want to know
I
what's
feel
happening
I
here.
feel like this is still the transition. Like
Yeah,
it's not like they can just okay, every movie that was about to come out, we're not going to put out nothing and just the next
that's true.
movie we come out is going to start. Like they still need to make some money. So
That's true. And it'll
yeah, we'll
probably
give you Blue Beetle. Maybe this will be in there, and then Aquaman. Who knows? Like I
this
don't
might be
know.
that like the end of the way this movie ends might just be like the end of his like story or whatever. So we'll see like how it goes. But yeah, that's coming out for anyone who's excited. I don't get excited for DC movies really anymore, so
Yeah.
we'll just see when we see, I guess. But I still have to watch the first one, so I'll get around to that eventually, guys.
Mhm.
Don't worry. When is this coming out? I forgot to look at the release date.
I have no clue, but
All right,
I will check it out.
let's see. How much time do I have realistically? Okay. October. What? Oh, December 20th is
Yeah,
the
it's not that far.
so a couple of months, yeah. Because guys, we're already through September, so December's gonna be here before we know it.
Mhm.
Speaking of sequels, One Piece this past week has officially been announced that it was greenlit for a season 2, which no one was really doubting that it was going to get after like the show actually came out. I don't think anyone was doubting that it was going to get denied for a season 2. It was very, very good.
Mhm.
So the official season 2 was announced just 2 weeks after the series initially premiered, which is the quickest renewal announcement ever made by Netflix. So that's cool.
It's
And
good news.
yeah, that's very good news. So shout outs to the people that watched One Piece that enjoyed it. All the new people that which I categorize myself as a new person who like were not familiar with the anime before, but like are into the live action show. And to the haters out there, because I still see plenty of haters like in anime groups that I'm in that don't really like the show, which I don't really understand why, because I don't think that there's nothing to not like about it. But whatever. But we're gonna get a second season, so that's great.
And the best part is that Ichiro Oda is still part of it. So
Mhm.
as long as he's there, I'm not worried.
I read that the season 2 scripts are already written, but it could still take anywhere from 12 to 18 months for it to be ready for release, which is not fun news to hear. I hope
Mhm.
12 months, not 18 months. Like that's just crazy. I hate waiting that long for a
Right.
second.
My worry for season one was how they were gonna adapt the story because you have to change some stuff.
Yeah.
But as long as the creator is there, for
Yeah.
the way because I was watching something and he was like really involved in the way things were filmed,
Yeah.
scenes that had to be done over, deleted. So yeah,
Oh,
as
yeah.
long as
And of
he's
course things have to change, people. Like look how long the anime of One Piece is. Like there's no way that they can realistically adapt all of that into a live action show.
and not only that, like One Piece was when did the first episode of One Piece come out? What year? Like we're in 2023. They gotta adapt to the times and
90s.
technology
Yeah.
and like they're not gonna keep the same time period. A lot of these shows come out again and they're in the updated new. They're like, oh, it's like the remake of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If they were out 20 years ago, we're not gonna have 40-year-old Teenage Mutant Turtles today. No, they're gonna be
Yeah.
teenagers again in today's world. So that's the kind of adaptation that I noticed. They're
Yeah.
modernizing some stuff. So it's cool.
Yeah. One Piece started airing in 1999. So
Yeah. Some gotta change is good. I'm not mad at it.
yeah. I yeah.
Sometimes.
So they said that realistically they have plans for 12 seasons. They said that they could run it for 12 seasons, but more realistically it'll probably be about 6 seasons is the plan. So we'll see how they plan
What?
to tell the story. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not thinking that far ahead.
That's what they said.
12 seasons cut to six. Don't tell me that. Let's take it one season at a time, bro.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. The biggest challenge for season 2 is going to be adopting Chopper, which is a little cute human deer hybrid person into live action. So, and that's
Mhm.
what people were talking about at the end of the season because he is the next crew member to join. So, how they're going to adapt him and actually make him look good is the biggest challenge. They said is going to be going into season 2. Um,
They'll figure it out.
have some budget for CGI. That's all I have to say. And I heard some people saying that you didn't think that the CGI in One Piece was bad, did you?
Not at all.
Okay, I heard some people like on some podcasts that I was listening
I'm
to.
not a big CGI hater, though. I'm
Mm.
not one of those people that really
But I'm a big CGI
get
hater.
mad at
I thought the
CGI.
CGI was perfectly acceptable, but there were some people
Yeah.
saying that it was bad, and I was like, no, it was not. Like I've seen way worse CGI than this. It was definitely not bad.
Listen,
And most
you're not gonna please everybody. There's always gonna be those people that's gonna hate it. So yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. The CGI is perfectly acceptable for what it is. But yes, for Chopper, a character that if we're gonna constantly be seeing him, yes, the CGI needs to be good. So just make sure that they're pumping some more budget for that CGI. 100%.
Mhm.
Um, Great. So this would be the time of the podcast where we do our weekly check-in for One Piece reading, but you said you're not reading it anymore, so I'm not even
Yeah,
gonna.
I'll give an update on that next week. I'll probably
Yeah.
jump into it.
Let me just check to see what chapter I'm on really quickly.
I am super excited for Attack on Titan. I think
When's
it's
that airing?
coming out.
When's that coming out?
I don't know the exact date. I should. I think it's October,
Is it October?
early October.
Is this the last
Early.
part, or is this still another part leading to another part? What's going on?
It's the last part. It's the last episodes. I don't know if it's one episode or episodes.
God. Okay. Well, I'm
November
excited. I'm
4th.
excited for Attack on Titan to be over. That's all.
It's so I think it's one episode. It's being split into 2 hour long special episodes. So
And that's gonna be it,
like
right? That's it.
two mini movies. Starting November 4th.
Okay.
So
And then it will. And then it
both
will.
movies are coming out on that day. I'm gonna do my research and get all the facts for you guys. So yeah, but November 4th is looking like the date.
Okay. And just to update, I'm on chapter 106 in One Piece. So
Nice,
it only
nice,
took me 2
nice.
months to get to chapter 100. So I don't really know. I might have to take a break from it soon, honestly, because this reading is it's taken longer than I thought. But yeah, I'm excited for Attack on Titan to be done. I rushed to read the manga to read the ending, and I don't even remember what happens in the end now. So I do a little bit, but I forgot some minute details. So I feel like I just need to go back and read those like last 10 chapters.
Mhm.
Yeah, but whatever. Attack on Titan, hurry up and be done. Joshua, do you have anything else?
Nope, that's it. That's all I got.
All right. Well, everyone, thanks for rocking with us this week. We should be all back together again next week, hopefully. Um, but yeah, in the meantime, you can always like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Blerdsnerds. Actually, scratch Twitter because we don't use it. Follow us on Instagram at Blerdsnerds. Follow us on TikTok, Blerdsnerds_pod. Send us an email, blerdsnerds@gmail.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and rate, review, and subscribe on your podcast listening app of choice. As always, I'm Shannon.
I'm Jaja.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Peace.